Thunder at home for a two-game homestand. First up, the Philadelphia 76ers, as this streak of games against Eastern Conference teams rolls on. The Thunder actually 24-1 against the East so far this season. I've got Jaylin Williams, J. Will here alongside me. And Jaylin, that's a skill for you all to only see a team twice a season, but yet be ready, be prepared for what they have coming at you. Tell me about the preparation that you guys put in with the coaches, with the scouting report, and how you're able to get locked in the way you are against these teams.
Yeah, a lot of it is just focusing on what we do. Regardless of what the game is, there's several things that we can control, that we can do night in, night out, energy, effort, things like that, guarding on defense. And as long as we focus on those things, when we add the other things that comes with playing other teams, like that's when we put ourselves in the best position.
You guys talked about on that East Coast trip wanting to be better at the end of the trip than you were at the beginning of the trip, and that certainly showed in Milwaukee. What were you most pleased with defensively in that game?
Defensively, I think that just playing as a team, playing as a whole. Milwaukee, that a point of attack guy in Giannis and then Dame. It's 5 guys against those guys. It's never one-on-one defense or Hart versus Giannis or Lou versus Dame, whatever it is. It's always 5-on-5, and I think our team defense and our team attack on the whole as a whole was great.
You were a central figure in that. Do you feel like in those moments when you have those point of attack guys as an assignment that your athleticism really shines and just your overall, skill, ability, and your athleticism, especially at your size, is able to shine through?
Yeah, for sure. And for me personally, it's fun. It's fun to have games like that where I'm getting to go against a guy, competing against a certain guy. But it's always a team defense, like I said. But I'm super thankful that my coaches trust me in that situation. My teammates trust me in that situation. But it's always fun to compete.
You guys have this 76ers team that's coming into town. The last time you played them, they didn't have many of their main guys at all in a similar situation this time. But they do have a guy in Quentin Grimes who has been averaging like 33 points a game over the last 5 games. How much are you trying to orient yourself around what they look like right now while controlling what you can?
Yeah, everybody in the NBA can play. There's a bunch of guys, a bunch of great players in the NBA. Even if it's a guy that's not playing at all, he's still a great basketball player at the end of the day. And as long as we go into this game focusing on what we do, controlling the things that we can control, like our effort. Of course, we got to turn it up on certain players or have different game plans on certain guys. But as long as we go into the games and do those things that we do, I think it puts us in a good position.
Yeah, and you guys have shown, just like we saw a week or so ago against Portland, that when you all have players out of the lineup too, everybody just fills right in, and it's not like players are going outside of themselves. Tell me about that process of when there's extra reps, when there's extra opportunities with the ball in your hands or extra defensive assignments. What goes into that as a team that everybody seems to just stay in character, as Mark Daigneault would say?
Yeah, a lot of what the outsiders see is what happens in the game or what they see on camera. They don't see a lot of the outside work that guys put in the gym, extra time, the high sessions, the extra shots before and after practice. And we stay ready. We stay ready for when our name is called. No matter if our name is called for 5 minutes or 30 minutes, we stay ready for those opportunities and those moments. And we have a bunch of coaches and a bunch of guys that love working and love getting better. And when the opportunity comes, I feel like everybody steps up.
And then just last thing for you, this opportunity to play at home after basically living on the road for the first 3 weeks out of the All-Star break, maybe more. What's this like for you guys to finally get a chance here to be home for a week?
It's great. It's great to be home, just being in your own environment, being where you're comfortable, being with your dogs, with your family, whatever it is. It's great. You don't realize how much you miss home until you're away from home, and it's great to be home.
It's a perfect week to be back home. It's spring break here in OKC, so I just know Paycom Center is going to be loud and rowdy here tonight as you guys face off against the 76ers. Good luck out there.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that's Jaylin Williams, J. Will. I'm Nick Gallo, and this is Thunder Basketball.
For me personally, it's been amazing. Spent a lot of time with my dogs, spent a lot of time on the game. Family's been here. It's been super great to be home again.
And then just for you guys as a group, I know you guys are dealing with a lot of bumps and bruises. Just 2 days without a game here at home, how valuable is that for you guys?
Super valuable. A lot of it is recovery and treatment that you do with our staff and things that you can do here, but a lot of it is just resting, like in your own comfortable space. And to me, I think that's the best type of recovery.
Attack guy on a downhill, forceful player like Antetokounmpo, and and then Chet kind of roaming. What did you like about that combination and pairing, and maybe what did you learn about being in that position?
Yeah, I think it looked good. Of course, Hart's a great on-ball defender. He's a great help defender. Chet's a great roamer. He can block a lot of shots. He can read the play. He's great at that. For me personally, being on the court with a guy like Chet makes life a lot easier. Just having a guy that I know that's down there in the paint that's going to help me if I get beat and things like that. So I like the look of it. I love sharing the court with Chet or whoever it is. It's always fun for me.
Where have you seen, I guess, Casey kind of grow as an offensive player?
I think that a lot of his confidence. I think regardless of what it is, I think Queso plays what the team needs. If he has a lot of open looks that night, he's going to take a lot of open looks, and we trust Queso on the ball. He talks about how he's a point guard and this and that, but we trust Queso with the ball. I always talk to him. We always compare and say who he looks like if he does certain things in the game. So he's been looking really great out there. His 1 foot, 1 hand finishes, he always gets to that, and he's just doing. And it's incredible that he's doing that on the offensive end while not dropping off on the defensive end as well. So I really enjoyed watching him play and grow as a player.
For you guys as a group, going up against a team like Philly, who's dealing with so many injuries right now, they look so different from the last time you guys played them. Just what's it like game prepping for a team like that?
Really just locking in on what we do. A lot of what they're going through is not anything that we can control. So as long as we go into the game and control the things that we can control, do the things that we do, that'll put us in the best position to win the game. As long as we just do those things, I feel like that's what we go into every game doing, just controlling what we can control.
You said you guys compared Queso to, I guess, other players. What are some of those guys you bring up?
Well, it really depends what he does. Like, if it's a fast break dunk, we'll say a different player. Or if it's like a block shot, we'll say a different player. Like, it's something me and him always do, but it just depends on the highlight that he gets.
Hit him with like a Bob Cousy and like
Nah, that's
like old school dudes.
Nah, that's past my time. That's way past my time. A player I always say he plays like on the defensive end is Avery Bradley. I feel like that's a really good player comp on the defensive end.